Hello, how are you guys doing? Hopefully good, if not better. I am back. Oh, I was very exhausted from the weekend. I told you guys this last time, but I was like, I don't think I'm going to be, like, I may or may not stream on Sunday, because I can be very tired, and guess what? I was very tired. So, I took a whole day off yesterday for myself just being a slug, so... But I think I feel better now, a little bit, like, I'm less tired, at least physically. So... But the thing is, you gotta think about it, I was walking, and I was, talking to people, and I was outside for, like, what, 3 days? So... Very natural for me to need 3 days to recover too, It only took me 1, but But anyway, how are you guys doing? How's life treating you? I just noticed so many things, what is it, Summer Game Fest is happening next week on Monday. So I'm probably going to co-stream that. I'll probably stream that, on my stream, we'll watch it, But I think there's also the Horror Game Awards showcase as well. They're going to be showing, like... It's long, though, so I'm not sure if I can watch the whole thing, but it's like a 2-hour-long stream of them, like, introducing, like, new indie horror games. Not only indie, I think they'll just, like, horror games in general. That's coming out this year, which I am pretty curious, so... they're probably just going to show a bunch of trailers of new horror games. And I think I should watch that. One, as a jury. I am the jury of the award ceremony. And two, just because I do want to find more hidden gems out there, for horror games. So, yar. Let me start from the top. Let's see. Seskim, Sokuro, Impulse Zero, Steve McHugh, UC Gashikin, Malko, Raikin, Revi, Flamia, Gaming Sways, MYXY, Connor, sorry, I'm just like, am I repeating myself? Fake Sea Dog, Uncle Aaron, Carr, Psychonerd, Rodriguez Jr., John Apocalypse, Unprofessional Louise, how you guys doing? How is life treating you? Let me see, let me just read the comments. Steve Mackey, did I say hi to you? I don't know if I did. Hi. Summer heat is back, so I took out my fan and dude, it is getting pretty hot out here. It is, Where I live, it's been raining like crazy, which, you guys know me. I hate the rain, so I'd rather not go outside. So the good thing is I don't go outside, so I don't get to even feel the heat, unless I do have to go outside, which is rarely. So, but for those of you guys who are going outside, just make sure you hydrate and wear sunscreen too. Sunscreen. Can't emphasize that more, but looks like I got back just in time for the continued adventures of Cyber Psycho villain. Hey, my girl's not Cyber Psycho, okay? She's just a psychopath by default. You put some respect on her name. Okay? I've been playing Cyberpunk off stream. Been doing the side quests. Been doing all that, what's that woman's name? I don't even remember her name. God, I can't remember her name. But, I was going around Night City, beating the shit out of cyber psychos to get some money. I paid off my debt! You guys should be proud of that. I paid off my debt with the doctor guy. I forgot his name. Victor or something? I mean, I don't even remember these guys' name. But anyway, yeah, I paid off the debt, so yippee! How are you? Did you get to see Tony Weaver Jr.? I have no idea who that is. And so the answer is probably no. I'm sorry, I don't know any voice actors, or English-speaking voice actors, okay? The only ones I know are the very famous ones, like the obvious, see, I can't even remember his name. Ben Starr, there you go. Ben Starr, Alex Lee, like, those are, like, probably the only people I know. So, those are the only names that I recognize, excuse me. Selena's Baby Metal concert was good. I didn't go to Baby Metal concert. Baby Metal concert is in September. I went to a concert of a band called Electric Callboy, which they did do a collaboration with Baby Metal, but Baby Metal wasn't actually there. It'd be crazy if they were. But no, I did not go to a Baby Metal concert. But the concert was awesome. It was really good. I liked it. There's also a new state of play happening too. Oh, you mean a state of boredom? No, I'm just kidding. They're probably not gonna show shit. Like, when is that happening? Like, is that after the Summer Game Fest? Because, like, I really don't think they're gonna show anything special before or after Summer Game Fest. I think Summer Game Fest is where it's at. Like, if we're getting anything exciting, excuse me. So I don't even know why we have a state of play to begin with, but okay, I guess. Okay, I guess. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the comments. It's hotter than a nun's right Bollock over here. What does that even mean? Uncle Aaron, you gotta chill with the British innuendos, like, 'cause I have no idea what hotter than a nun's right Bollock even mean. What does that even mean? You know, I thought about it. If we were to put Jackie into a robot, we can call him Roboto. What's that whole? Oh my god. Massive heat wave in England here. That's crazy. In England? That's crazy. Because weren't you guys all about the gloominess and like how it rains all the time? Like, so like heat's like the last thing I ever like expect in the UK. But you know, the world is kind of, you know, the earth is kind of on fire right now. So our whole you know, ecosystem or whatever you want to call it is kind of crazy. So did you find a joy toy? How you doing, Belko? I don't know. Wait, what? Did I find a joy toy? I mean, they're all over the place. What do you mean? What do you mean did I find one? Next Tuesday? That's weird. Speaking of Baby Metal collab, the Baby Metal Resident Evil went on sale today. I saw. How you doing, Greyfood? I saw. I'm not gonna lie. I wish the keychains were a little bit more better. Cause I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm gonna be very. Well, you know what? I'm gonna turn on the camera before I go into that. But hold up. All right. All right. Full camera mode activated. How are you guys doing? How is life treating you? Hopefully good, if not better. A nun's ball sack? Nuns are women. What do you mean? What? Nuns have ball sacks? I didn't know that. Like, we learn something new every day. Or maybe that's a UK thing. I don't know. Maybe nuns in the UK do, but I don't know. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. What was I saying? As I was saying, I saw the keychains for the not only the keychains, but I saw the official art for the Baby Metal Resident Evil 30th anniversary, and like I'm gonna be very, very honest. I think the acrylic stand looks good. I like that art a lot. I like the acrylic stand and the t-shirt, one of the t-shirt designs I really like. But there's a different version of like where they drew Lady Dimitrescu and like the Baby Metal girls as like a chibi. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like something you can find in an artist alley. And that's obviously, that's not to say like, you know, the quality of artist alley stuff is bad or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, they charge too much for what I saw. I don't know. That's just how I feel. But I am gonna get the hoodie though. The hoodie looks fucking awesome. The Baby Metal hoodie. It looks awesome. How you doing, Alex21BK? How's life treating you? And Bound Earth. Don't ask an English person to explain their login. You mean logic? They are English. Nuns do not have that equipment. You don't know that. There could be nuns with balls. We didn't check every one of them. We didn't do a check, body check. We don't know that. Tomorrow is going to be 31 degrees, aka 39 degrees, thanks to humidity. Ew. See, I'm glad y'all say it in Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. I still don't understand Fahrenheit, and I've been in the U.S. for almost a year now. Actually, more than a year, actually. I've been here over a year, but thank you for saying it in like actual measurements. Celsius sounds very, very like it makes sense to me. And 39 degrees is fucking hot as hell. How you doing, Paper Asura? I got goddamn. Huh? I got Gundam. I cannot read today. And Armor Core Plamo. Nice. Hope you get to stay in and like make those instead of going out in the heat. Oh, and like I'm a bit sad because like I hate telling people stuff because it happens to me a lot where something doesn't work out. But I I had to get out of that program I was gonna do because I didn't feel like the curriculum would teach me anything. I feel like I missed the whole context here. Were you like, or what are you talking about? Are you talking about like school? Like you had to get out of a school? We're not watching Baki, Sukotsuto. I had to say this to every person who came up to me. Well, they didn't come up to me physically, but like DM'd me saying like, Selena, we're getting a Baki character in Tekken. I was like, I do not care. Why do you guys think I would care? And no, we're not watching Baki. I need the universe to stop convincing me to watch Baki, because it ain't gonna happen. How you doing, by the way, Sukotsuto? And Chonsena, Ruru2, how you guys doing? It's been a week since I watched one of your streams. Have you watched Game Overs yet? No, I don't know what that is. How you doing, Samurai? It's been a hot minute. That's because Americans are dumb fucks. I mean, I can't, you know, I can't object to that. I can't object to that. Americans gotta be original all the time, and it fucking pisses me off too. But I normally wish I had a desk job, but especially when the weather is like this, because I basically can't move a finger without melting into a puddle right now. Oh my god. You probably have seen meme of this Baki character. I don't even know who he is. Every Baki character looks the same to me because they all got that ugly ass face. I'm sorry, that's probably what people think of JoJo when they're not a JoJo fan. They look at like any JoJo characters and they probably look all the same to them, but it's like, I'm sorry, but like, every Baki character looks the same. I don't even know who the fuck he is. And I'm okay with that. No, I'm okay with not watching. How you doing, The Ghetto Works? The Baki is hype though. Maybe for you. Last week I was told about how I was going into technical school and paid $300. After paying and seeing the program full, I realized that it isn't worth the price because it's very basic stuff when I want more technical robotic stuff. Are you getting the money back though? If you're not, I feel like you might as well, you know, even if it's basic. But if you're getting your money back, then sure, get a refund. We've got a shit ton of other stuff to force Selena to watch before we watch Baki. We're not watching Baki! I'm okay with, like, enjoying Baki memes while I don't know the source material, okay? I'm okay with that. I live with that with JoJo. I'm okay with that. I saw the Baki reveal. I assume the character model will be 2D model. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can make it look to a 3D, you know? Like, the character's ugly enough for you to, like, construct a 3D model that looks very accurate. You know, they got all that wrinkle on their face and shit. You can make that in 3D. Gameoverse is the new amazing digital circus. Practically, the pilot came out 10 days ago and now has 18 million views. What's a pilot? I don't know, man. I like my amazing digital circus, and I don't think anything that, you know, comes after can beat the amazing digital circus. So I watched Baki. Just take all logic and throw it. No, I'm not watching it. I like my logic. I'm gonna keep my logic in my pocket and my sanity. Yujiro Hanma, aka the ogre, is ridiculous in every way. You know, the funny thing is, I said this on Blue Sky, but like, as much as I will not be watching Baki, and I do not care about Baki, I can't wait for artists in the FGC to pretty much be forced to draw the Hanma merch, especially if the character is actually very good in the game. Imagine so many people are going to be maining him if he's like actually good in the fucking game. And then many people are going to want merch, like keychains and stuff like that, of that character. And then, which means that artists are forced to draw an ugly character for their profit. And I can't wait. You know, like, artists need to make that bread. You know, they need to make that money. So, you know. Baki, men in Speedos fighting ridiculous narrations, crying imagination. That's too much for my ADHD brain, to be fair. Pilots are also used to gauge interest in TV shows. Pilot is the first episode of a show. Oh, can we just call it the first episode? Why we gotta be so like fancy, giving it like new words? Pilot. Okay. First episode. You mean. Episode 1. I'm saying that's what the anime is. Selena, don't watch it. Just a lot of dumb shit, in my opinion. I'm just imagining that Baki is like Bobobo, except like really, really unhinged. Like, you know, not for kids kind of thing. Where Bobobo is for kids, but it's like, you know, nothing fucking makes sense. Things are just like happening from left to right, you know. The moment you start asking questions, you lose. You know, you're not supposed to be asking any questions with shows like that. You know? It was crazy that one scene where Baki got pregnant. You know what? I'm not gonna even finish that fucking sentence. I'm not gonna, like, the moment I just read, like, where Baki got pregnant, you know what? I'm done. We're drawing Baki style. I don't want atmosphere. So we gotta treat this like RE0 and make a sub goal for Baki. I mean, if it's a sub goal and if we meet the sub goal, we can definitely watch it. You know me, man. We went through worse. AKA playing Resident Evil 0 twice, so, you know. How many subs for Baki? I mean, we didn't even hit our current sub goal of 300, so maybe 400. We didn't even meet the 300, so. Did they do Negan art? I'm pretty sure every Tekken artist drew Negan for, like, keychains. Maybe not, like, an actual full-on art, but, like, for keychains, you know, of chibis. Chibi keychains. Imagine Chibi fucking Baki character. Gross. Ew. I'm sorry. I don't want a Chibi art style Baki keychain hanging on my anything. Pilot is not the first episode. The pilot is the episode made to test a new show and prove it deserves to be a series. Also, like a demo. like an appetizer, demo, sample. Got it. Why can't we just use those words? What the fuck is a pilot? Baki-thon? You know what? Maybe we can do a Baki-thon next month. I mean, like, June. Because, like, obviously we don't have many days left for May. We'll do a Baki-thon for June. And if we actually make it to, like, I don't know what the goal is going to be, like 400 or 500 subs. If we actually make it, we'll watch Baki in my server. A Baki-thon. That's the only way you're going to make me watch that shit. Because, like, I had, like, friends, actual friends, IRL friends come to me asking me to watch Baki, and I turned them down. I said, look, no. I'm not watching that shit, you know. I even turned down my friends, so God knows, you know, it costs a lot for me to commit to that. Imagine Chibi, Jackie, Cyberpunk characters. I mean, I think that's cute. better get cranking on the gift subs. Remember an RE0 remake wouldn't erase RE0 OG. Oh, it will. It will. And it should. You know, we're going to forget about the OG RE0 when the remake comes out. Assuming the remake is in any shape or way or form better than the original. Watch it be worse for whatever fucking reason. Like, if you can manage to make it worse, you're a fucking genius in a not very positive way. How you doing, Cue Ball and Big J? Chibi Yujiro would just be all the muscle rolls. I'm saying it's just gonna be some, like, fucking wrinkled up piece of flesh. Pilot has been a real thing since, like, 1950s. Well, I don't care. I think people in the 50s need to fucking grow up. Stop using these innuendos. A Baki-thon, yes. Back then, the pilot, if it was green lit, it would go on air. Cool. I don't actually care. Like, I don't know. If the show's actually good, well, is it good though? Did you guys watch it? Like, what's it called? Omegaverse? Or no, was it Gameverse or whatever it's called? Was it good? Or, like, you guys haven't given me any opinion on that. Like, the Berserk had a prototype manga that was good bit different, like Guts had an eye patch and it was a bit lighter in tone, that was technically a pilot. That's... Isn't that false advertising, though? Like, I'm not gonna... Maybe false advertisement is, like, a strong word, but it's like, if you're giving a lighter version, and then you actually come out with a heavier version afterwards, saying, like, oh, this is what we actually wanted. It's like, wait a second, you gave me something different earlier, and that's why I greenlit this shit, but why are you giving me something different? Like, I don't know. Just want to get that okay sign, I guess. No, I'm not watching Baki, Kiraz. Doing alright, just decompressing from Combo Breaker. I saw a lot of photos from Combo Breakers from my friends. It's so funny because I had a huge chunk of friends who went to Combo Breaker, another huge chunk go to Fanime, right? An anime convention. And then I saw another huge chunk who went to MomoCon, so it's like everybody was going all sorts of places. And then another huge chunk just stayed home and did nothing, so... Chilling playing a Game Pass game called Luna Abyss. It's a shooter. Nice. Talking about old people, it's Memorial Day today. You see, Memorial Day used to mean something to me when I worked from, when I had a 9-to-5 job. But, it obviously means nothing to me right now. There's a lot of pilots for shows that never got made. They're really interesting to see. Actually, I don't want to see stuff like that, because it's like, what if I like it, right? What if I like that sample episode, and then I only find out they never actually made, like, the full series. It just kind of, like, got flushed, you know? Like, I don't want that. I don't want that. It's only gonna make me sad. I mean, the Berserk prototype was not light. He still killed giant monsters. I mean, it's a lighter version, right? So it's not the same. So I'd say it's light, quote unquote. Killing giant monsters, like, that's like almost in every anime. Every shonen anime. How was MomoCon? It was pretty fun. It was pretty good. Like, I went to an Uma Musume panel, which honestly, I feel like I should have gone to the Amazing Digital Circus one instead. Not throwing shades to the people who had the Uma Musume panel, but it was a Uma Musume game show, and I should have known because it literally says game show, but it's like, it was just basically like a questionnaire, like a trivia, not like a trivia, but like, you know, it's like a quiz show, right? And I guess I was expecting more of like them talking more about the Umas and like their like relationships. I don't know, just like the characters in general, but none of that happened, so I was like, oh. You know, but I like going to MomoCon this year for the first time did make me feel that cons are way more fun when you're cosplaying. I didn't cosplay any of these days, and like, as much as I enjoyed watching other people's cosplays, I feel like I should have, like, I don't know, squeezed something out of myself, because the friend I was supposed to go with, she ended up canceling because of her health issues, which is totally understandable, I get it. But she had all the costumes and everything, so I ended up not cosplaying at all. But next time I go to any sort of, like, anime convention, I definitely should at least cosplay once, you know. Because otherwise, like, what I noticed was anime conventions are basically just panels, cosplaying, and the vendor merch, the artist alley, or the merch and stuff like that. And like, aside from that, not much else is going on, I think. I don't know, I could be wrong, but so how you doing, Tira Deal? How's life treating you? I still haven't played Final Fantasy X, so I guess I wasn't enamored enough. Wait, what? Why are we talking about Final Fantasy X out of nowhere? Fanime was something from what I saw on the trending. What is that supposed to mean? You say that, but from what I heard about Combo Breaker was something. Like, I honestly, I think it is the loud minority. But so many people were talking about an orgy that happened. And to be fair, I feel like that shit happens anywhere, you know? Like, you get a group of fucking nerdy and, like, you know, people who rarely go outside, you know, all jammed in, like, one venue. Yeah, some people are gonna start fucking, right? I feel like that happens in any convention, but like somehow they were so loud about it with Combo Breaker. Like people were like, "So where's the orgy at?" Or like, we're saying something like, please have your orgy from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. because some of us need our beauty sleep or something like that. Like apparently it was loud and shit. I don't know, but like, it's like, why am I seeing this so much? And I'm pretty sure it's like the loud minority just talking about it online, but like, it's like it happens everywhere, you know? Like, all I'm saying is like, you do you. If that's your shit, like, go ahead. But what I'm always concerned about stuff like that, besides the obvious, did you have protection? Like, oh no, you're spreading STDs kind of stuff, right? Other from that, like, anytime shit like that happens, I'm always like expecting somebody to come out and say like, I was SA'd, or like something happened that wasn't under consent and shit like that. And I'm just like, brother, can we just keep our hands to ourselves? Like, you're in a fucking fighting game tournament, okay? Like, the only hands you should be throwing is in the game. Every fucking time, like, some shit happens, I don't know, man. And it's just so weird. Like, obviously, stuff like that, I'm like, you know me. I'm all about, you have your kink, you have your fetish, cool. Like, I'm not going to shame you for that, aside from NTR. But I think stuff like that is gross for me. Like, I will never, ever, like, I will not even be in the range, like, 10-meter range of any sort of parties like that. Or any sort of gatherings like that, because I think it's fucking disgusting. I'm sorry. I think it's disgusting for myself. I cannot, Just like all the potential disease you can spread. I don't know. But I'm not even like a germaphobe or anything like that. But I just think it's nasty. But, y'all do you. So I'm not against people enjoying themselves like that. Especially if you're a fighting game player who never sees sunlight, who never leaves your man cave. Sure, seeing a woman might excite you a little bit, okay? But but I'm just like, brother, that can happen anywhere. Even if it's true, it's probably not as big as everyone. Yeah, like, they make it sound like it's a huge ass VIP party or something. Like they make it sound like it happens in this really nice suite or like just big place, and it's like, it's probably not even that. It's just like you got like 5 or 6 people fucking each other, and that's probably it. Combo Breaker isn't really a con, though. I don't care. It's the same thing. You got the artist alley, you got the games, you got cosplayers, cosplay contests. Pretty much a con. The 2 examples that I read up from Fanime was the face biter. I did hear somebody was biting somebody. Like, bro, if that ever happened to me, I am calling 911. Well, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna call 911. Doesn't it cost a lot of money to call 911? I forget. But I will be calling the police. You are getting your ass arrested. Because what the fuck? I am sick and tired of... I'll say anime fans, because I don't know. Okay, I only know from experience. I'm sick and tired of anime fans, people who rarely go outside and communicate with real people, thinking they can do stuff like that and think it's cute and quirky. It's like, ooh, like, teehee, I just bit you. Like, bitch, you just assaulted me. What the fuck you mean I just bit you? Like, y'all watch too much anime thinking shit like that can fly without getting any sort of legal consequences. Because what the fuck? If anybody bit me like that, holy fuck. Honestly, even if it was a friend, I'd be like, whoa, girl, what? Like... And I don't know. It's just I'm tired of people who think that's a little cute little, I don't know. I can't. I just can't do that. How you doing, Mr. Hero? How's life treating you? Doing good. Just hyped for the convention I'm going to in July. Is going to have the Square Enix Orchestra. I hope you have a good time, and I hope nobody bites you. They got nothing on our Kusoge party. That's so true. Kusoge party is where it's at. Throwing hands, not throwing ass and pipe. I saw one comment saying that it's a breeding ground for a Resident Evil style STD. Oh, I mean, I believe. I believe in that, you know? It's like, you don't know what these people have on them, you know? Whether that be COVID or, what was that other one? That rat one? I don't know. But just in general, like, what kind of life do you have to live in order for you to think that biting somebody is an okay thing to do? Like, I have to admit, it must be watching too much anime, and I don't want to be like that because I watched anime since I was like 3 years old or something, you know? I clearly watched too much anime, but I never came to a conclusion that biting somebody is cute and like is acceptable socially, you know? I don't know. I'm just tired, man. Right now, playing Forza Horizon 6 and Idol by Yoasobi starts playing in the game. There's so many copyrighted music in that game. First, a collab of Baby Metal, Resident Evil, Use Your Humma, and Tekken 8, and now someone bites a person. So much shit happened. So much shit happened within the last week. That's all I can say. Shit like that is the reason I'm glad I haven't been to a con in years. Knowing my luck, I get caught up in some bullshit. See, I'd like to think, not that it's better, okay? Not that it's better, or not that it's excusable, but I'd like to think that that person was drunk, right? They were, like, on drugs, or maybe they were drunk. You know, maybe they were a cyber psycho, I don't know. But, like, I do feel like cons are okay as long as you stick with your friends, you stay with the people you trust, you know? And even then, sure, you know, some fucking weirdo might run up to you and do shit, but it's like, you know... I do feel like, you know, as long as you surround yourself with, you know, with people who actually have common sense, the chances of you ever encountering somebody like that can't be that high. Or at least I'd like to cope and think it's not that high. You know. I think it is just being a very disturbed person. I mean, that too. Like, like, it's not mutually exclusive, but I do feel like, you know, like, I don't know, it's like, I do feel like to a certain degree, some people who watch a lot of anime, they think certain things are socially acceptable, because they do it in the anime, and, like, the characters don't get consequences for that. And, like, this is probably a very poor example, but, like, people who talk like anime characters, right? Like, and when I say talk like anime characters, like, saying things like ehe, or like what was the other one? Like, a lot of Americans say this, ua, like stuff like that. Like, they start speaking random Japanese like onomatopoeias or words like an anime character, which is, you know, at least that's not harmful. That doesn't harm anybody. It's just cringe, but like that doesn't really, you know, hurt anybody except from like mentally hurting them maybe. But like, I don't know, like, I do see a lot of, like, especially the younger generation copy what anime characters do. A little too much to the... I think we've all been through that phase, though. You know? If you're an anime fan, or if you're, like, you know, if you like any geeky shit, nerdy shit, I think we all had that cringe phase where we would copy, like, a favorite character, whether that be their fashion, or their hairstyle, or, like, the way they talk, their demeanor, and stuff like that. But, like, sometimes I feel like certain people take that to a totally different level and think, like, you know, doing these unhinged, chaotic things are cute and, like, you know, very ooh anime girl of me or something. I don't know, but it's just like, brother, like, because, like, would you do that to a random dude at Target or Walmart? Like, you go up to somebody and start biting them? I feel like some people think that's acceptable because they're at a con, you know? And maybe they're not, like, consciously thinking that, but subconsciously they're like, you know, everybody's dressed up like an anime character, we got furries down there, and, you know, everybody's dancing, making TikTok videos, and it's like, you know, cringe is allowed, and it's like, people start to kind of, like, blur the line between actual crime and, like, just cringe. I don't know. I just feel like, man, people get too carried away when they go to these conventions. A person never bites me, just kids and dogs. Why would a kid bite you? Man, if a kid bit me, I would bitch slap that girl. Are you allowed to do that? Like, legally? If a child bit you as a self-defense, can you, like... That's self-defense, though, right? That person, according to the victim, the victim's friend. Thank you for calling them a victim, because they are a victim. According to the victim's friend, was already a dick harassing another peep, and that friend jumped in to stop it. And that was when they decided to go Hannibal Lecter on the one intervening. Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. Like, I stopped biting people in fights when I was like 9 years old. Because I will admit, when I was in the fight with my brother, I did bite him. But that was because I wanted to inflict pain on him, right? Like, and I felt like biting was the best solution to inflict pain. I bit, like, right here, like, not on his neck, but like around his shoulder back, really hard. But the thing is, I did not know I was biting his flesh. I thought I was biting his shirt, to be fair. I thought I was biting and yanking his shirt. Apparently his flesh was actually cotton. I got in trouble, even though I didn't start it, okay? Like, I didn't even start the fight. My brother did. And then I got in the biggest trouble because I left a mark. You know? Sucks to be the eldest one sometimes, you know? The only time I say stuff from anime is when I'm doing a JoJo Punch Barrage. Yeah, so the thing is, like, I think I'm a good example. Because, like, not only me, but streamers in general, we say a lot of cringy shit. We do a lot of cringy shit on stream. But if you think I'm going to be doing the same shit off stream, off cam, in my day-to-day life, you are absolutely wrong. I am way more tame, way more quiet, too, than what I am off camera. Now, there are some people who are just as unhinged on cam and off cam. So I'm not saying this applies to everybody, but, like, a person like me who's not really like an IRL streamer and stuff like that, I do not act the way I do on stream in real life, okay? And people need to understand that. But they're both me, though. So I'm not saying I'm faking it. Like, they're both me. They're both different versions of me. It's like how PDFs are attracted to certain things because those animes or shows or whatever are written by PDF or weird people. I mean... Yeah, it is fair to say many have that cringe face. Not everyone, but yeah. It's not a face, Mom. How you doing, Lost Kid? How's life treating you? People need to stop making BS terms. Adobe PDF can't hurt you. I mean... Car, not to be that person. Well, actually, you know what? I will be that person. I hate when people say, like, drawings can't harm you. You can't harm drawings. Because that just kind of defeats the whole idea of, like, you're still objectifying a child, you know? Like, even if it's just a drawing, it's like, I hate when fucking lolicons say, like, what part of this character resembles a real child? This looks nothing like a real child, and starts to play dumb. Like, really? We really doing that? Selena out here biting. I stopped doing that at 9 years old, though, okay? Like, I don't bite anymore. But I do feel like if I were to ever get into a brawl with somebody, like, let's say I'm getting, like, assaulted, like, in the middle of, like, the street outside or something, right? I think I will bite, even though it's nasty as fuck. Like, I don't know where that person's body has been, right? But survival instincts kick in. I'll do anything to, like, get myself out of that situation, whether that be using my nails, pulling on their hair, stabbing their eyes. I think stabbing their eyes might be the fastest way to go. And, like, sure, that whole idea of what if I go to jail for crushing this guy's eyes, even though it was self-defense, you know? I feel like that sort of, like, idea will kick in a little bit. Like, it kicks in my dreams. Like, every time I'm like, did you see my lights go out? It's raining so hard right now. So if the internet goes out, chat, it's because it's raining.